Hello, good morning po. Welcome sa ating market briefing. Ayan, meron na po. Ayan. Tingnan ko lang kasi parang may pumasok na hindi ako rin pala. So, yung sa euro po natin, gaya ng lagi nating ginagawa, we always refer to the daily chart for us to know kung ano yung bias for today. Kasi kung titingnan mo to, if you could before yesterday, kung titingnan mo to, if you're going to connect yung dalawang law, yan, nakita mo sana ito kahapon. You would have anticipated this yesterday. Bakit mo naman gagawin yan? Of all the lines na pwede mong i-drawing kahapon, ba't naman ito ang i-connect mo? Kasi nga, di ba sabi na if you go back doon sa lessons natin sa pagdodraw ng trend line, at least two low points or two high points. So this could be a valid, ang significance po nitong trend line na ito, kung makikita ninyo, meron kang corrective fan dito. So yung corrective fan mo dito, this is 1, this is 2. So yung pangalawa mo po, nagko-coincide yan sa correction ng pag-break niya. So nag-break dito, nag-correct siya. Nakita mo may rejection dito, no? Yung rejection niya, this could possibly push the euro downwards kasi kung titingnan mo nakakadalawang trend line ka na, 1, 2, so you have 3. Ang pangatlo po is ito. So yung pangatlo, pagka na-break po yan, more or less, mabubuo po ito. Pero yan ay possibility pa lang. Ano po, ang evidence ngayon, nagkaroon ka ng rejection dito. Yesterday, you had a rejection here. So most likely, you will have a follow-up at least for today. At least may follow-up ka for today. Yun po yung tinitingnan natin dyan. So, wag po kayong mahihilo pagka nag-a-analyze po kayo. This is a possibility. The corrective fund is a possibility. Ito po, nagkaroon ka ng price action rejection that actually happened. So you are expecting a follow through of the rejection kasi mas imminent po yung follow through ng rejection kaysa potential because of the price pattern. Wala po yung pinagkaiba sa ganito pong klase ng price pattern. Ano po, meron kang rejection dito, nung nakitang may rejection ka dito, may follow through siya, at least one bar. So itong bar na to, kung in-anticipate mo to, ay magkakaroon ng follow through tong rejection na to. So at least for this day, nagkatotoo siya, no? Kahit isang bar lang ang i-anticipate mo, at least nangyari pa rin. Parang ito po yan, no? Reversal, at least one day ang in-expect mo na follow through nung reversal. So kung kahit ito lang ang nakuha mo, hindi mo nakuha ito, then it would have been okay. So yun po ang ating ngayon. Yun ang ating sentiment sa ngayon. That is why we are anticipating an uptrend for euro at least for today, ano po, because of this price rejection happening here in your trend line, which is coincidental also with the rejection along your 26-day moving average. So it is actually a good support area dito sa price. Itong price level na to is actually a good support as far as the daily price is concerned. Ano po? So if you go to your smaller time frame, ang gagawin mo ngayon, maghahanap ka ng area of value. So yung area of value mo sa smaller time frame mo ay ito. Pero kung papansinin ninyo, nangyari na yan, nangyari na yan ng 12 hours or 16 hours ago. No, so wala nang kwenta kasi nangyari na, hindi mo na mapapakinabangan. So what you need to do now is go to a smaller time frame relative to your 4-hour chart yan, maghahanap ka ngayon ng area of value dyan para sa buying mo. Kung titingnan mo to, nakalayo na rin siya, di ba? So paano ka ngayon magbabay diyan? Wala nang ano. That is why yung pagja-jump mo into a smaller time frame, they should be related. Related in such a way that you follow the factor of 4 to 6. Ibig sabihin na kung nasa 4 hours ka, if you go to smaller time frame, you go to per hour. Hindi yung bigla kang pupunta ng 2 hours. Wala, sa atin kasi dun sa factor ng 4 to 6, ang 4 hours and 2 hours parang hindi siya masyadong, wala siyang masyadong uh, relationship in terms of the time period that we are referring to. Kasi ang may direct relationship are those that fall within the factors of 4 to 6. So yun po. Kaya po ang ginamit natin dito is 1 hour and we look for area of value. Wala kang makita kasi nakalayo na siya. So you go to smaller time frame. Yet smaller time frame. So 15 minutes. Ngayon sa 15 minutes naman, kung titingnan mo, mag-aantay ka ngayon ng if you want to put a buy position, mag-aantay kang mag-correct yan dito sa 26-day moving average mo. But for the purposes of discussion, ilalagay natin siya ngayon kasi dito nakikita nyo, di ba? Straight line, consolidation ito. So nag-straighten out yung horizontally yung iyong 200-day moving average. So pagka nakikita mong nag-horizontal ang 200-day moving average mo, it is actually a good area of support or resistance. So dito, we could have gotten in at this point, itong 200-day moving average na ito dito. Ano pong value niyan? Yung 200-day moving average natin dyan is 21.77. So ayun no, 21.77 ilalagay lang natin diyan pero ang gagawin mo dynamic po yung area na yon. So mag-aantay ka lang talaga. Ano po? 21.77 tapos ang target mo is 22.76. Ang 22.76 if you go to your if you go to your daily chart, makikita mo dito po. Yan ay nakabase dito sa itong high na to, no. Itong high na yan is 2266, hindi 2276. Yan, it's 2266. Ang cut loss mo, it's 30 pips away from your entry, which happens to be an area of value. Kaya po diretso po tayong nag-subtract po dito ng ATR. Kasi kung hindi area of value, ang ang entry price mo, dapat tumingin ka sa immediate previous swing high or swing low, depende kung ano yung position mo. Doon ka mag-subtract ng area ng ATR mo. So halimbawa, dito ka pumasok, no, so nasa kalagitnaan ka. Saan ka ngayon magka-cut kung hindi area of value ang pinasukan mo? You go to your next, kung buying ka dito, yung next swing low dito is this one, di po ba? Immediate swing low before the current price is this one. So dito ka ngayon magsusubtract ng ATR mo kung ikaw ay nagbabuying. So yun po. Kung wala na pong tanong sa euro, tayo naman po ay dadako sa GBP-USD. Kung nakikita po ninyo, ang haba-haba po ng consolidation niya dito. Consolidation at this area nearing a resistance area. Ito po yung resistance na sinasabi ko. This one is a resistance area because it is a previous high. Ano po? So kung meron kang set up before the breakout, this is a possible set up before the breakout because the market is consolidating near an area of resistance. So it is highly probable that this 26-day moving average is going to carry the price up away from the consolidation. So ang target po natin dito is any price nearing the 26-day moving average is a buying opportunity for us. So at today at 41.10 is a buying opportunity. Ano po? Pag lumapit po dyan ang presyo, buying po yan. But it looks like hindi po siya makakalapit dyan today dahil ang laki-laki po ng difference niya. Ibig sabihin from the current price of 41.60 to inaabangan natin na 41.02 or 41 something, no? So ang gagawin po natin, we look for a smaller time frame and we look for an area of value. So most likely, ang magiging area of value na titingnan natin dyan ay itong 26-day moving average na 41.51. So malamang po pagka nag-correct po dyan yan hanggang mamayang hapon, that could be an area to buy your British pound. So it's around 41.50. So ito po 41.50 buy on dips at EMA 26. Ano po? So pagka naglalagay ka po ng ganyan, ibig sabihin dynamic po yung tinitingnan mong support area. So 41.50 ang target mo is 42.48. Ang 42.48 ay dito po yan. Yan, it's somewhere here, no? Yung itong high na to is the 42.48. Yan po yung high na yan. Yan. Itong high na to mismo, no? 42.48. Nakikita nyo naman sa window kung ano yung high. It's 1.4248.1. So kung wala na pong tanong sa British Pound, tayo po ay dadako sa AUD-USD. So yung AUD-USD naman po, kung titingnan natin sa daily niya, again, nagko-consolidate siya but it is consolidating after an uptrend. The previous trend prior to your consolidation was this one. Di po ba uptrend po yan? So nag-consolidate siya ng mahaba. So we are expecting na more or less, it will still follow the uptrend. Yan, yung previous trend before the 1, 2, 3. So dito parang hindi siya masyadong hindi ako masyadong ibig sabihin hindi ako masyadong confident na akyat po ang kanyang pupuntahan because you have 1, you have 2, you have 3. So nakakatatlong na po siya. So most likely, pagka meron ka ng tatlo, 4 na nga eh. So if you have 4, 3 na break na trend line, sabi nga nung yes ma'am? Pwede po. Yan, pwede po dyan. Pwede po natin tingnan sa RSI yan. Kung bababa siya or kung mas may bias siya ng baba o hindi. Kung titingnan mo ngayon yan, if you are going to study yung niya, yung galaw niya, siya ay gumagalaw ngayon sa 50. So kung titingnan, 'di ba, ito from this point, 'di ba? Ito na lang ang i-consider natin. From this point, siya, 'di ba? Nag-consolidate siya. So kung papansinin mo ang RSI mo, in this consolidation phase, pag ang market mo daw ay pababa, hindi siya masyadong umaakyat ng more than 50. Pag ang bias ng market mo ay paakyat at nagko-consolidate siya, hindi siya bumababa ng 50. So dito kung papansinin mo no, nagko-consolidate siya pero baba ang tinutumbok niya. So yun po yung conflicting na ano po natin. Ang what works at best here is, of course, you take it one day at a time. You don't say with blind, anong tawag dito? You don't say with blind conviction na ay baba na ito, ay akyat na ito. So ang titingnan mo diyan, you take it, since daily naman po ang trading natin, hindi naman po tayo nagpo-position ng pangmatagalan, pero kung titingnan mo ito ng kung if you want to take a look at the longer time frame, then you go to weekly. Titingnan mo kung ano yung bias ng longer term chart mo. So 1, 2. So kung titingnan mo sa longer term chart mo, 1, 2, nakakadalawa ka pa lang, no? So it does not still tell you na ang ang it does not tell you still na ang bias ng longer term mo ay meron ng pababa. Kasi ang longer term mo, nakakadalawa ka pa lang ng corrective fan mo, so hindi pa nabubuo yung tatlo, so hindi pa natin pwedeng sabihin na meron ng pagbabasa sa longer term chart natin. So kung titingnan natin yan, if we are going to view this, then most likely ay paakyat pa rin ang i-assume natin. Kasi if you look at the very long term, next time ko na lang po i-discuss yun. So ito, ang titingnan natin dito is the possibility of an uptrend kasi ang bias ng daily mo sa ngayon ay mukhang up pa rin po siya. Sa 4 hours, wala kang area of value. Pwedeng dito ka kasi nag-horizontal na siya. Ano po? So this may, pwedeng ito po yung tingnan natin at 77.42, or if you go to smaller time frame, kung may makita ka, then that will be a better signal for you. So at least mga dito po. At 77.43, yan. Around 77.43 po ang buying natin sa PUD. Tapos ang target mo is 78.07. 78.07 is coming from, sa daily po ata nakuha yun. Yan, ito po yung previous high dito, no? So ito yung high natin dyan is 78.16. So if you're going to draw, this will become an area of resistance. So most likely 78.16 ang magiging target mo. Tapos ang cut loss mo is 24 pips from an area of value, which is your entry point, which is 77.43. So subtract mo yung 24 pips dyan, kuha mo ang 77.19 as your cut loss. So kung wala na pong tanong dyan, ang next po natin ay USD JPY. Ang USD JPY naman po, ayan, kung titingnan mo, kung titingnan po natin, ano po, nasa consolidation siya pero it made a false break from an area of resistance kasi ito ay resistance mo, no? It is a minor resistance at this point. Nagkaroon siya ng complete second time na nagkaroon siya ng false break. So dito nag-false break siya pero dito nakita mo naman kahapon, no? Nakita mo, tumigil talaga siya dyan. So, ibig sabihin, etong area na to ay tinitingnan ng mga traders yan. So, this area is really monitored by traders as a resistance. So, kung resistance po yan, nag-resist po siya kahapon, meaning, ang ano natin ngayon, bias natin ngayon, at least may follow through ka at least for today, ano? ng downward movement ng Japanese yen. So if you go to your 4-hour chart, yan. So mga few hours ago, nag-reject po yan dyan. So ang titingnan mo ngayon is buying opportunity towards price nearing the 109.50 level. So sell ka at 109.50 level. Ang target mo is 108.62. Yung 108.62 is also your previous low, which is this one. Low of 108.55, ano? Minsan nagkakamali ako ng turo dito eh. 108.55. So 108.55 po yan. Tapos yung loss mo is nasa 20 pips kaya 109.71. Yun po ang for Japanese yen for today. So kung wala na pong tanong, tayo po ay dadako naman ngayon sa gold. Ang gold naman ay kung titingnan po ninyo yung galaw niya sa daily, no, you could have anticipated this area yesterday. Bakit? Kasi kung titingnan mo, uptrend pa rin siya. So nagte-trending pa rin siya. So any price approaching the 26-day moving average is a good area to buy. So kahapon kahit na anong gulo ng makikita mo ang daming na kahapon, ang daming na caught off guard na traders kahapon because if you were trading the fundamentals yesterday, the CPI was high, more than expected at around 5 point something. So inflation po kasi yon, inflation index. So it was more than, and usually pagka high po ang CPI mo, the dollar is bullish kasi it forebodes or it tells you that there might be an immediate action coming from the Fed in the next of FOMC meeting that they will increase the interest rates. Yan po ang dating, yan ang anong tawag dito? Conventional wisdom na reaction ng market dati. Ano po? Kasi po ngayon, nagkaroon ng pandemic, so yung inflation po natin, ang nagiging stance po ng Federal Reserve po ngayon, just like any others and also other central banks, ang ginagawa po nila, hindi na daw po sila forecast driven kung hindi data driven na. So they react on data as it comes. Ano po? So yun yung fundamental side po nun. Ba't ba ginugulo ko yung usapan natin? Technical po muna tayo. So yung technical po nito, nakikita mo rin dito, no, na nakikita mo na this area is an area 2 of buying opportunity kasi kung makikita mo nagte-trending siya, so most likely this area will have a good chance na mag-support. And lalong-lalo na kung nag-anticipate ka kahapon, kasi kung titingnan mo to, if you are going to relate this with ATR, ang ATR mo araw-araw is 22, 23 pips. So kung kahapon nag-open ka kahapon dito, no? Kung kahapon nag-open ka ng price na ang open mo is 1869, 1869 less 20, it should have been 18. Ay, sorry. Opening mo is 1888. Sorry. Iba ang basa ko. 1888 less 20 kamo na lang kasi ang ATR mo sa araw-araw ay 21 to 22 pips. No? Sabi mo lang 20. 1888. Nung dumako po siya dito at 1868 area or 1869 area, that would have been an ATR for the day. So kung naabot na yung ATR mo for the day, huwag ka nang umasa na bababa pa yan. Nasosobra pa yan sa ATR mo. Kasi kung naabot na yung range niya for today, ibig sabihin most likely maglalaro na lang po doon ng presyo. So kung ito po yung ano niya, yung inabot niya, yung low niya yesterday in line with the ATR, then nakita mo tapos moving average pa siya, then you would have anticipated that this was an area to buy your gold. So ngayon nagkaroon ng rejection dito, we are anticipating a sundot ng gold kahit man lang papano, no? You will have one sundot of an up market even just for today. Wala po yung pinagkaiba dito. Meron kang reversal signal dito, may isang sundot ka dito ng isang up market at least for one day. Yun po yung nagiging basis po natin. Ano po? So, kung titingnan mo, if you are going to look for your hour area to buy, saan ka magbabay dyan? Excuse. Kung titingnan mo yan, ang buying mo malamang is etong any dip to the 26-day moving average. Yan. So, at 1893, or either mamili ka, no, kung nakikita mong masyadong matarik yung movement ng presyo, magsusupport po yan dito. Pag medyo nag-slow down po siya, magsusupport yan dito sa 50-day moving average mo. Pag nag-consolidate na yan, magsusupport dito sa 200-day moving average. Ano po? So dito malamang ano yan, abangan mo siya either here or here, either here at the 26-day moving average or 50-day moving average. So ngayon matarik pa siya, ilagay natin sa 26-day moving average 1893.25. So ang buying natin is 1893.25. Tapos ang profit mo is 1916 kasi yung 1916 is galing yan dito sa daily po natin. Ito po, yung previous high. So malamang po, if you are going to compute, halimbawa ang low po ngayon, low today is 1897 plus 20, that should be 1917 or around this area. So kung 1917 yan or around 1916 something para mag 20 pips siya, the usual ATR niya in one day, do not expect it na mag-breakout siya. So malamang mag-retest lang po ito tapos bumalik din po ito ng in the ensuing hours. Ano po? So ang target natin is 1916, ang cut loss natin is 1883 based on a 10 pip ATR. Ayun po. So kung wala nang tanong, dito naman tayo sa economic calendar. What are the things to watch out for today? So ngayon, Friday, today is Friday. Sa British side, wala gaano, no? So hindi gaanong walang pula. So it's about production. GDP, hindi naman pula. So, mamayang gabi, yung consumer sentiment, yan lang yung pula, or that will be one of the bigger market movers for today. Ayan. So ano naman po kung birthday niya, gagalaw ba ang market? Kaya po walang kulay kasi wala namang kinalaman yung birthday niya kung siya ba ay masaya o malungkot, no? Sa tapos hanggang madaling araw wala po. So it's basically ang magpapagalaw lang ng market ngayon ay ang British data that will be happening around 2 o'clock this afternoon, and then relatively quiet siya until 10 o'clock ng gabi because of the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index. Ayun po. So I would just like to make an announcement sa mga ano po natin, sa mga participants po natin ngayon sa ating market briefing. I am due to transfer to another company by 15th, by this coming Monday. So I am not sure whether they will allow me to do this some more, ano yung market briefing natin, but I am going to be assured po na I'm going to find way para po ma-cater po natin, or we will be able to do the same thing if you want, if there's clamor for it, to do the market briefing para po magawa pa rin po natin yung market briefing. So I will try to find out how we will be able to do that, no? So initially I had talked with Ma'am Joanne. I was planning to do an independent ano sa broker, um by through maniningil na lang ako ng subscription fee sa mga market briefing po natin. Pero kung meron naman pong magpapasweldo sa akin at pwede namang ibigay ng libre sa inyo itong market briefing natin, then we will try to work around that premise, ano po. So hine-heads up ko po kayo that I will be transferring to another company po come June 15. So maraming salamat for joining us, for joining me sa market briefing for today, and hope to see you all again in the near future.